Okay, it's Sunday, May 31st. It's about 9 o'clock, which is way too late to make these videos because everybody's out doing stuff. So it's going to be noisy. Apologize. Hopefully, you can hear me over all the road noise. So, yeah, we'll start with green stock, doing well. Tomato plant I've never taken out. I did basically harvest some things down to the nub here because I'm pretty much done. Something's eating my carrot leaves, but everything is growing pretty well. Radishes didn't work out, but I think that's weather. Put all my celery in here, plus some cardinal basil. Colocasia is here. We had some violent rain last night, so my propagations were sitting here. This was actually full, and I emptied it. So this is just what's drained off from the cups. So yeah, hopefully you guys make it. I did plant out the passion fruit yesterday. These guys seem to be fine. They're unbothered. Cilantro. Here's what I got to start putting in the rock wall up front because a lot of our things have not made it. I did put a couple of succulents from inside in this little fairy garden here. Keep my dragon company. My little goth girl planter. I don't know what that is. Maybe bachelor button. Sorry for the noise. Cilicia. Squirrels keep digging it up, but it's persevering. All my anacypsa doing totally fine. Dahlia looks like she's about to make some flowers. Thank you, ma'am. Cut back all of my roses, deadheaded it, so maybe she'll have flowers again. Daylilies took over on the patio up here with the greenhouse. All the citrus is doing well. My lime tree still hasn't really filled in. It's starting to, but she's still working on a couple of limes. All of this is my Meyer lemon, about to bloom again. Make some more lemons. Potatoes, we're doing great. Look a little peaky after groundhog attack and a lot of rain. My yuzu I keep forgetting to talk about. She has a fruit and is growing. Good job. Greenhouse is a mess. This is for the front. Guy at the garden center told me to use that as on the rock wall. And I thought it would be too rich, but he said no, so we're going to give that a go. And I feel like we have plenty of uses for it. Beans that I started. I did also put a whole bunch in the yard, in the garden, because I left them out here one night and it rained and it was very humid and I don't know if they got wet, so they might not be good. So we'll maybe have a lot of beans. Some flowers. Ma'am. And there's my garden buddy Minerva, who doesn't make it on the videos very often because she's largely a lump. So yeah, sunflowers there. Tradescantia and Dahlia propagation. Those are all my irises I probably killed. Decided to keep basil and one of my tomatoes in here. That's actually cutting off of one. And some coleus. They'll get out eventually. Sorry, more noise. My bay leaf laurel. Asparagus, year 2 bed for all intents and purposes, and pine berries. Everything back here is doing well. Cranberry viburnum, mango pawpaw, strawberry. I did just put, let me get a closer look, 3 passion fruit cuttings in yesterday, propagations that have been in the works for a minute. You see, a lot of my strawberries did not take, but some did, so good job, guys. With all the rain, this is like totally a mess back here, but whatever. Well, it's fine. Serviceberry, blackberry. Oh, a lot of glare there. Clematis. She's not flowering actively. Comfrey. I think I'm going to cut this back a good bit because I'm pretty sure you can cut this basically to the ground and it'll be fine. I don't know if I'll do that. Echinacea. And make tea with it. Hardy kiwi. So I used a stick to sort of train that down onto the fence. It keeps wanting to go over the fence. My black jewel raspberry, that's doing really well. I decided to bag it up because, or some of the fruit, because the birds, I believe, were eating the fruit before it even got ripe. So, yeah. And I don't like to do that during the rain because the fruit will rot, but I wasn't expecting it to rain last night, and then it rained a bunch, but so I'm gonna have to take them back off. And then this blueberry, which I don't remember the variety, that was making ginormous blueberries last year, I noticed, I was like, I haven't gotten any. And you see birds, again, picking them before they're even ripe. So yeah, decided to back some of those up. So I got a handful. It's a lot of work, but you know. Raspberry, black jewel raspberry that made herself at home. The groundhog wars have persisted. I did put some new things in. Everything has gotten planted out this year. I've never been in this position where I had everything that was ready to go planted out. So some different, I believe that's a melon there, Kajari melon maybe. Cucumbers. Some of the peas have recovered. I got like 3 whole snap peas off of this that the groundhog pulled down and snipped off. My cucamelons, Mexican gherkin. Did put in an eggplant there. These are all Brussels sprouts. Amaranth. I believe that's another Brussels. That might be cauliflower. These are things that were sort of last ditch. You can see. Friend snipped them off there. Listen, ground cherry. More blueberries I bagged up since they're about to be ripe. Roses. Roselle. I put in parsley, chamomile, and the ground cherry, chard. Our mustard, which the groundhog doesn't like, so I've had some of that. Oregano. My little frog king seems to be sliding, a frog prince. So this kale got snipped off. It likes these chicory flowers, leaves. No flowers yet. Yeah. Doesn't like purple kale, so that's interesting. Put my little raccoon friend in here. So she'll be the raccoon bed henceforth. Roselle, that's cabbage. I don't remember where that was, but look like it's irrelevant. I put a poppy in there. The tomatoes come around this way. Tomatoes are all doing pretty well. Purple cabbage that got snipped off. I could probably still use the leaves there at some point if I wanted to. Need to take this probably walnut out. But yeah, all of my tomatoes, I'm feeling like I probably planted these a little too close, but it'll be okay. Bok choy, artichoke. Been trying to keep these woven through the trellis, but it's not happening so much. That bok choy is starting to flower, so I have to take that out. Basil, the cabbage, great big cabbage that the groundhog ate, that I didn't take it out in case it wanted to finish it rather than snip off other things, but it's snipping off other things. So bok choy. Good morning, friend. Got somebody squawking over there. Eggplant, hollyhock, peach tree. I did thin inside of the peach tree, get it some air circulation, but you can see it got really dense in there, so I might have to take some more. I'll give it some time. All this rain has made everything go absolutely bonkers. Just about to touch my apple tree. She's putting on new growth. Good job, ma'am. She's recovering from being split in half from Helene. I finally took out all of the broccoli, well, except for a few things in here, since the groundhog had basically decimated it, and every time I got a floret, it snipped it off. So poppies, put my peppers in. It's time anyways for peppers. It had tried some of the peppers. Watermelon. Don't know what that is. And yeah, I guess it didn't like them, thankfully. So poppy. But yeah, like that one had gotten snipped off at the top. This one had gotten snipped off at the top. And this, it's funny, this little, I think it was a flower, and I don't know what it was. I had a bunch of them. It lost its label something I hadn't grown before, and for whatever reason I can't even find seeds for it, the seed packet that would make sense. It looks like somebody came and got some mustard after all. Interesting. But yeah, and likes artichoke. Poor little artichoke was doing so well. And you're still doing well. You're still doing it. Good job. But yeah. I was mid-thought there. Groundhog is a pain in my rump. Got all our volunteer borage. Sorry for all the noise. Let's see what else to put here. This monster volunteer, probably multiple, I think pumpkins, some kind of squash friend, is taking over this bed and spilling out into the yard. I mean, I knew that would happen, letting it happen. It is kind of eating all the other space. And I'm kind of afraid to cut on it because it will attract squash bugs, so we don't want that. So I might just let it do what it wants to do. That is a crookneck squash, amaranth, holy basil, roselle, little clump. I probably should have thinned it out. I don't think they like being so close together. Purple basil, herbal basil. That is parsley, zinnia that kept getting snapped down by said groundhog, but like she's trying. Good job. So I have like 2 out of 10 zinnias. Oh, the little flowers I put out, that's what I was trying to say. That I didn't even know what they were, and I was like, well, I'll just wait till it flowers and we'll see. And I don't know because it ate all of them. Whatever they were, they're delicious groundhog food. These guys, I believe, are melons. I told myself to make a little video when I planted things out so I'd remember. And I was like, no, I got this. This is what I get. I believe they are cantaloupes of a sort. I believe. That one up there, another melon, also got snipped off. That one's a volunteer. Holy basil, there's another little artichoke. We'll see if it makes it. I finally put all my carrots out. The only way I can get any carrots is by doing it wrong. So we'll see what happens there. Another little poppy. Fig tree is doing weird things because she's got a bunch of what looks like dead wood, but then when I cut into it, it still looks alive. So I think I'm going to have to take them down because they're not growing leaves, and these are looking kind of diseased. So I was trying to give her some time. I did also take some cuttings off of the hardy kiwi and stick them in the ground. We'll see if that works. Probably not. Broccoli rabe, the groundhog didn't like as much. It did eventually like it. Mini orchard. Oh, and I also have a ground cherry patch here, thanks to the rats that lived in my wood pile for 1.5 years, which is cool because some of my ground cherries got eaten by the groundhog, but only the ones that I started from seed and planted. So Harvey Hill peach is growing away, healthy, happy. This one volunteered in my bed, so I have no idea if it even has edible fruit. Suncoast nectarine. But yeah, we're going to let it be and see what happens. Pink lady apple. That one is the Honey Crisp that got split in half during Helene with the fence that came down with like 3 trees on it. Blackberries in here that look like they're being ravaged by multiple vines, so maybe I need to go in and cut those out. I was kind of letting it be. OG Pawpaw, she's 5 years old. Beautiful, majestic, doing well. Come around here. Elderberry, also doing just fine in the shade. There's a mushroom log behind her, blue oyster mushrooms. That is not mushroomed yet. Oh, the car wash again. Okay, elderberry cuttings that my neighbor gave me that I just stuck in the ground, and they are flourishing. Good job, guys. So we're gonna have a whole line of elderberry back here. Raspberries that crawled out of the bed, and they're doing fine, plus some kind of weed there. Blueberries, doing fine. I'll go over them in a second. This is the Cushing quince, doing okay, hanging out under the maple tree that's almost touching the ground. This is the Check 17 honeyberry. I remembered it. Good job. There's my nectarine. She's doing well. the Indigo Treat Honeyberry plus Giant Mullein, Crimea Quince right there, and then back here all the blueberries that I feel like I need to move at some point. Maybe we'll put them in between the other trees. I don't know if it's this year's task, too many things happening. Yeah, Blue Ray, Blue Jay, Blueberry, don't remember which one. Pink Lemonade, I do know these. They've got a few berries on them because just like with the nectarine and the peaches, we had a big freeze when it was flowering, so it lost a lot of blooms, but not all of them. Another raspberry patch, they do what they want, they don't listen to me. Right there. And then look at this little bed that I always forget to look at. Hydrangeas, 2 of 4 survived. One looks way happier than the other. I'm going to guess because it's right there by the roof line. It's getting a lot of water. Heuchera, and some kind of lily. Don't know what that is. Cannas I put in. So yeah, I'll fill in this bed eventually. This little hydrangea that I thought was dead is making it. Good job, hydrangea. Keep going, keep doing it. And I think that is everything. And hopefully we'll cut the grass today or tomorrow or something soon. Okay, bye.